If you're on Medicare Advantage or a Medicare Part D drug plan, a very important envelope is going to arrive in your mailbox sometime in September. It is the Medicare ANOC, the Annual Notice of Change. Really important to keep an eye out for this, because what this letter does is it tells you what kind of changes are happening within either your Medicare Advantage plan or your Medicare Part D drug plan. And there should be some pretty significant changes this year. So important to make sure you find this letter early so that you can plan ahead if you need to make a change during your Medicare open enrollment period, which is going to run from October 15th to December 7th. That's the period of time that you have to initiate a change on Medicare Advantage or Medicare Part D, and then it becomes effective on January 1st of this year. So what will be in this ANOC letter, the Annual Notice of Change? It'll tell you if you have any changes in your premiums or your deductibles, also your copays or your coinsurance, your network of doctors and hospitals, your extra benefits. Some plans have extra dental benefits or even grocery benefits. Those have been a big topic these days. So there's anticipated to be a lot of changes, and there's also going to be a lot of what are called SARs with Medicare Advantage plans, which are service area reductions. So a lot of Medicare Advantage plans are kind of reevaluating how they're doing business. And there should be some big changes coming up where, especially in rural areas, they may be leaving areas completely. That would be a service area reduction where they just completely pull out. They don't reduce their services, they completely eliminate their services. So if you're on one of these Medicare Advantage plans, that can be a big problem where you have to start over with figuring out what to do with your healthcare, and whether there's another Medicare Advantage plan or whether you come back to original Medicare and likely have a Medicare supplement plan. It can be very complicated. That's one reason I generally would absolutely want to stay away from Medicare Advantage plans, because it just gives up a lot of control. You don't have the things that you need to be comfortable going into the future, knowing that year after year after year, things are pretty much going to be the same. Certainly with your doctors and your hospitals. With original Medicare, there aren't any networks. You don't have to choose inside of a network of hospitals or a network of doctors whether you go to this one or you can't go to that one, kind of thing. Original Medicare gives you the ability to go anywhere in the country without permission as long as they accept Medicare. So it gives you all the control that certainly I would want to have with my healthcare as I get older. So why it's important to make sure you find this letter is to see what changes are coming. They could be big. So you want to make sure you get a head start on what you're going to need to do. And then if you do need to make changes, Medicare open enrollment runs from October 15th to December 7th. Again, that's when you can initiate a change, and kind of a silly thing. So even with these SARs, brokers, insurance agents aren't allowed to tell you about this stuff until October. So even if they know your plan is going to leave the area, they can't tell you about it until October. For whatever reason, they've put these procedures in place that really limit the actions by insurance agents. They say it's to protect the consumers and so forth. But again, this is Medicare Advantage stuff that just makes things more complicated as they go, but we're happy to help. Obviously, I do Medicare supplement coverage. I would only work with original Medicare, but if you need to get out of your Medicare Advantage plan, certainly give us a call. Visit my website at Medicare on Video. We walk through everything. We just make sure you get in the right plan so that down the road, we don't have these kind of complications and problems. So Medicare supplements don't fit into Medicare annual open enrollment because they don't change year to year. It just makes things much more comfortable going forward. So with a Medicare supplement plan, if you needed to change, you can do it any time during the year. You do not have to wait till Medicare open enrollment. If you find a better price on the same coverage, then we can make that change in January or May or June, whatever it may be. We don't have to wait till Medicare open enrollment. So just keep an eye out for this ANOC letter to see what's going to happen if you're on a Medicare Advantage plan or if you're on a Medicare drug plan. There could be some changes coming along with Medicare drug plans too. That's a different conversation. I have videos on Medicare drug plans on whether or not you need one, whether you might be better off with GoodRx or just a discount program that's local kind of scenario. It really depends on situations, but we're happy to help with all this. If you have any questions, give us a call. Hope you found this helpful. Have a fantastic day.